Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on SABC News. With the ANC's 55th National Conference just a few days away, there have been many interesting developments in this lead-up. The Phala Phala vote in Parliament yesterday, the Yengeni matter, and the Kgalema Disputed NEC list, among others. Let's now get some analysis on all of this. We are now joined by political analyst Dr Levy Ndou, who will help us to unpack some of the ANC politics as the conference draws near. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks so very much for being with us here on SABC News.
Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to the viewers at home.
You know, Dr. Ndou, I don't know where to start. When we're talking about everything that's going on in the ANC currently, but let's begin here. We saw very clearly, politics at play yesterday in Parliament. We saw Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma voting against what is called the party line. What do you make of what's going on? And something that I said to Mr. Tony Yengeni when he was on the show just before you was, there seems to be some clear divisions here within the party, although there might be some denials about that, but there seems to be clear lines being drawn here.
Well, I was not surprised at all. The ANC, it's in a deep crisis of factionalism.
Yeah.
And in a party that is divided like the ANC, where faction is the order of the day, these are the kind of behaviors that you are going to get. You are going to get members who would constantly appear to be disagreeing with other members are saying.
Yeah.
You are also going to get tendencies wherein members of the same organizations will always not be standing together on many issues. And one wouldn't be surprised that even though we had what happened yesterday, it also appears to be saying that maybe the different factions in the ANC are saying it is time now to go for a break.
Yeah.
So because this is the only time that they think they should actually show their strength in terms of where they stand in these factions.
Yeah, and I mean, is the rule of party line a fair way to play in Parliament for all political parties? One would think that disagreements in a party is healthy, especially in a democracy, for people to be able to air their different views and why they think the way that they think. Is it fair for it to play out this way?
It cannot be fair at all. When you join a political party, you are supposed to be bound by decisions of that political party, and in the main you take away most of your rights because you voluntarily joined a political party. Another aspect that I think we need to look at, which is very important for me, is that in South Africa people vote for political parties. So there are no seats for individuals in Parliament. There are seats for political parties. And when you have a disorganized party, you are actually going to have people who will defy decisions of the party. But if you also look at the trends in the voting patterns yesterday, all political parties who participated in the voting voted in the similar fashion. Only the ANC voted differently.
Right.
And that tells you that the divisions within the party are deep-seated. But I also like to take a point on what Tony Yengeni just said.
Yeah.
That they have had instances in the past where people didn't vote along party lines. And he further says that nothing happened to those people. That tells you that indeed in the ANC, because of these divisions, people appear to be saying, we're paying revenge on what once happened in the past. You don't expect that to happen in a united party.
Yeah. What are your expectations of the 55th National Conference? It's obviously just a few days away. I mean, with all the goings on and all that's been in the news, all these developments, particularly regarding the Phala Phala saga, how much would it affect this particular conference going into it?
I expect maturity, political maturity.
You expect?
Political maturity.
Yeah.
I expect members of the ANC, and especially those who say that they still love the ANC, to make sure that they don't miss the opportunity now to leave the conference and have the ANC united.
Yeah.
I also expect a lot of honesty amongst members of the ANC. It appears as if there are some in the ANC who are quite deep-rooted in factionalism and not being aware that their behavior has a potential to destroy the ANC. And those are the people that I will appeal to them to be quite sober, be very honest about where they want to take the ANC to. But in the main, come the 20th of December, the ANC has to come out united if they don't want to write their names in the history books.
A post-conference, do you see, some ANC leaders being disgruntled, some perhaps what we've seen in the past where they've totally broken away from the party? Do you see it being that extreme? Do you think that the divisions within the party are to the level of that, where people could be that angry?
The inability of the ANC to manage succession has brought deep divisions within the party. When the ANC went to Polokwane in 2007, there were clear divisions, signs of divisions that were there.
Right.
When the ANC went to Nasrec, clear divisions were there. And the ANC is quite unable to bring all the factions together and bring and build one united ANC. Hence, I said, I expect maturity, I expect honesty. The delegates of the ANC must make sure that after this conference, they should have a product of a united ANC. It is in the hands of the ANC members and the leaders. And if there is continuation of factionalism, which started immediately after the 2017 conference, if that happens, the ANC has a possibility to be divided again.
All right, Dr. Ndou, always great having you with us. Thanks as always for giving us your sober analysis here on SABC News, sir.
Thank you.
All right, that is Dr. Levy Ndou, political analyst there, of course, unpacking the ANC's national conference just a few days away, and the goings-on and the developments leading up to that conference.